In 2025, something alarming is sweeping across Europe, yet few dare to speak about it. There are no breaking headlines, no urgent broadcasts, but entire communities are being erased in silence. Mosques shuttered, families deported, faith itself turned into a liability. This isn't war, it's policy. Cold, calculated, and relentless. Europe is not expelling Muslims with weapons, but with paperwork. You may have seen the rising numbers of Muslims across Europe reported in the news. Perhaps that is why several governments have quietly taken drastic measures. In today's video, we'll uncover 10 European countries secretly banning Muslims in 2025. But before we begin, remember, we pour immense effort into every video we create. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's begin. Number 10, Denmark. In Denmark, the strategy is quiet, not violent. No riots, no outbursts, just spreadsheets and zoning maps. By 2025, Denmark doesn't need to say Muslims aren't welcome. Its laws make it clear. Muslim-majority neighborhoods are classified as non-Western zones. Once the population crosses 30%, it becomes a target. Families are displaced, homes demolished, and communities scattered. Over 1,200 Muslim households were relocated between 2023 and 2025. Mosques aren't outright banned, they're simply never approved. Language schools are stripped of Arabic, children's gatherings are tightly monitored, and the government frames it as cultural balance. But the balance always ends with Muslims being pushed out. A new threshold, just 20% Muslim presence, may soon be enough to trigger forced restructuring. Leaked memos reveal policies of ethnic dilution, housing applications flagged, families redirected to rural areas without support, and over 3,700 building permits for Islamic centers denied since 2022. Surveillance of Muslim community events has tripled since 2024. Denmark isn't saying, leave, but its policies are drawing Muslims off the map, one neighborhood at a time. Number 9, Austria. Austria in 2025 looks orderly and modern, yet beneath the surface lies a precision system of control. Mosques are under constant watch. Since 2021, more than 40 imams have been deported, none convicted of crimes. Every Muslim organization must now disclose foreign donations, forcing many Islamic centers to close. Sermons are monitored, and if Islamic identity is expressed too openly, permits vanish. Over 1,600 Muslim events were cancelled in 2025 alone. AI-powered profiling now scans Friday prayer attendees against immigration and tax databases. Citizenship applications from Muslims have dropped by 70% due to invasive background checks. Even burial rites are restricted as councils quietly cut cemetery space. In Vienna, whispers circulate about a hidden registry labeling devout Muslims as cultural risks. Austria is not policing crime, it is policing belief. And in 2025, belief itself can put a target on your back. Number 8, Greece. Here, Islam faces not bullets, but barbed wire. Since 2020, Muslim asylum seekers have been confined to temporary camps. But in 2025, many have been trapped there for over 18 months. They aren't criminals, yet they are punished. Athens, a city of nearly 4 million, has only one official mosque. Muslim children grow up without teachers who share their culture, without spaces that reflect their identity. This is deliberate exclusion. Satellite images show fences doubled in height, topped with sensors. Over 23,000 asylum claims are frozen in limbo. Ramadan gatherings in parks face fines, imams preaching in informal prayer rooms risk deportation, and Islamic centers are fined for zoning violations that don't exist. Leaked drafts suggest Muslims deemed non-integrating may be relocated to isolated islands. In Greece, the walls aren't stone, they're silence. The strategy isn't to erase Muslims violently, but to make them disappear slowly, painfully, invisibly. Number 7, Netherlands. The Netherlands once symbolized tolerance. In 2025, it enforces erasure through algorithms. A new loyalty review allows dual citizens, mostly Muslims, to be stripped of residency without trial. At schools, halal meals vanish. Islamic holidays disappear from calendars. Nearly 70% of new mosque permits are quietly denied. The intelligence agency now flags people who attend more than 2 Friday prayers a month. Over 11,000 Muslims are being tracked by predictive behavioral software. Islamic charities are shut down. Hijab-wearing women face rising workplace discrimination, while complaints disappear without action. Arabic schools are branded risk centers and inspected monthly. This isn't open persecution, it's algorithmic exile. Coded, calculated, and devastatingly silent. Number 6, Switzerland. The nation of neutrality now enforces quiet suppression. Since 2009, minarets were banned. By 2025, no new mosques have been approved in over 5 years, and 12 existing ones shut down for administrative reasons. Niqabs and full hijabs are banned, fines reaching 1,000 francs. Police randomly stop Muslim women in public. Over 1,800 Muslim-owned businesses faced triple the normal tax audits. Children in Islamic schools undergo cultural neutrality assessments. A pilot program tracks prayer groups through mobile data. Muslim graves are vandalized with little police action. Hijabi women vanish from hiring lists. Behind the polite smile of law, Switzerland is suffocating Islam with suspicion and red tape. Number 5, Hungary. Hungary doesn't hide its intent. In 2025, every refugee application from Muslim-majority countries is rejected. Across 50 towns, property ownership by non-traditional groups is restricted, a coded phrase for Muslims. A registry tracks foreign-born Muslims with quarterly reviews, including surprise home visits. Friday prayers are watched by undercover officers. Muslim families are denied property purchases under cultural risk claims. A proposed constitutional amendment could declare Hungary a Judeo-Christian state, erasing Islam from national identity altogether. Number 4, Italy. Italy uses technology for erasure. Eye scans travel histories, religious activity, even social media posts. 30% of deportations now come directly from algorithms. Mosques must submit attendance lists. Facial recognition tracks worshippers. Muslim children as young as 10 undergo behavioral risk assessments. Over 2,200 Muslim social media accounts have been shut down. Housing is denied, Islamic publications banned. Italy doesn't knock on the door, it scans the phone, watches the prayers, and calls it security. Number 3, France. France claims to defend secularism, but in 2025, it's erasing Muslims from public life. Over 100 mosques closed since 2021. More than 200 Islamic schools and charities dissolved. Foreign imams banned. Hijabi mothers can't accompany their children on trips. Libraries purge Islamic history books. Muslim names face algorithmic job discrimination. A leaked report warned that invisible Islam is still too visible. Number 2, Germany. Germany once welcomed refugees. By 2025, Muslim immigration has dropped 80%. Family reunification is frozen. Asylum claims stall indefinitely. Mosques are audited without warning. Neighborhoods rezoned. Islamic content erased from schools. Welfare applicants interrogated on religion. Number 1, Poland. Poland doesn't confront Islam, it erases it through invisibility. Fewer than 1,000 Muslim refugees accepted in a decade. Fewer than 100 in 2024. No major mosques exist. Halal stores absent. Muslim women dismissed for wearing hijab, while Christian crosses remain untouched. Arabic names are quietly flagged in housing applications, delaying or denying approvals. In schools, Muslim students are denied prayer time. Teachers are guided to avoid separation, a subtle erasure of faith. In Poland, Islam is not outlawed, it is ignored out of existence. So, I hope you found this video eye-opening. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.